What's going on, guys? Alpha here, bringing you something that probably everybody has already made, but you know what? I wanted to do it anyway. Screw you, deadlines. I do what I want. Today, I'm going to be breaking down each and every little thing that will be coming to us in Destiny 2 Beyond Light, what you can expect, and how you can prepare, as well as some thoughts and my personal predictions on what is coming. Now, please note that some of this information comes from a variety of sources, from the TWAB to the Bungie websites to various leaks and speculations on r/raid secrets. I will know where each piece of information comes from, so please keep that in mind and take it with a grain of salt as needed. Before we start, I want to quickly mention that I stream Destiny every day with the exception of Wednesday and Thursdays over on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/itskbalpha. I strip our raids, help with Whisper and 0-hour carries, and try to have a good time with the community, who I know would love to meet you. Now, with Beyond Light, there's so much I want to say, and wait, no, gamer subs, not like this. I love you so much, please don't do this to me. Put the knife down, wait! Before you poke me with that syringe, is that mango meta?
It's blue ras.
I want to quickly give a thank to our sponsor, as always, which is Gamer Subs. Gamer Subs is your one-stop to clean, high-octane, keto-friendly energy with zero sugar and zero crash at a higher quality and cheaper price than the leading competitors. With 6 of your body's most important vitamins and minerals and tons of antioxidants, it's guaranteed to help keep your body hydrated, reduce eye strain, and make you ready to rock out in whatever game you play. When shopping, use my code IT'sALPHA for 10% off your order. First off, content. You heard me, content. Tons of new loot, locations, armor, a raid, and even new subclasses will make their appearance in Beyond Light. From leaks, we can tell there will be 8 new exotic weapons. One of these is confirmed to be Hawkmoon by Luke Smith, which was my personal favorite exotic in D1. In D1, the weapon was RNG Incarnate. It had 2 bullets in its 13-round magazine that had extra damage that would randomly proc at any given time. Sometimes these 2 would roll into one, dealing insane amounts of damage, and was known to one-shot supers back in year 1. Oh yeah, the thing was also a pocket-sized sniper. Forgot to mention that. Unfortunately, I do not think it would be coming back as crazy, as that would throw the entire D2 meta out of whack and ruin all of Bungie's tedious efforts to contain it. However, they cannot remove this trait from the gun entirely, as that was Hawkmoon. From a leak from a content creator called Wish Ya Luck over on Twitter, Hawkmoon will return with a stacking perk, stacking crits that will affect the damage of the final bullet. A 3-stack or higher will 1-tap a Guardian to the body only for the final bullet. As far as my thoughts on that, I think it's great. I wish they would have made it to where one of those bullets was random, just to get that little bit of extra nostalgia, because at this rate, it kind of does feel like it's going to be an entirely new gun. It's going to look the same, it's going to fire the same, it's going to sound the same, but the traits will be different. And I personally am kind of upset about it. I'm kind of sad, but I understand the decision behind making it the way that it is. From my knowledge and from what I can see, it is still going to be a good gun, but we'll just have to wait until the weapon is in our hands to share and discuss. As far as exotic armor goes, he goes on to say that there will be 2 exotic armor pieces per class, but other than that, not much else is known. Now, as for the campaign, the story for Beyond Light has us venturing through the frozen wastelands of Europa, discovering secrets and wielding powers of the darkness to bring down the dark empire that has risen beneath the frontier. The maps we know will be the new Europa map, which is massive in size and contains 4 to 5 new unique locations, including a raid called the Deep Stone Crypt, more on that later, as well as the return of the Cosmodrome, which was a massive destination in D1 and hosted the campaign of Rise of Iron, as well as multiple others. It was immeasurable in its effect on storytelling, in my opinion, and I can't wait to see how it will return to affect the narrative. Alright, so, welcome.
This place brings back memories. I sure am glad I found you.
Yeah, talk about bringing back memories. Well, welcome back to the Cosmodrome. This is what Potentially, we can hope to get from whenever we... You'll have to excuse me. I'm absolutely terrible at the sticks. But welcome back to the Cosmodrome. This is your original area. This is what basically the Cosmodrome will look like. There's a little area back here to where in New Light you guys will spawn. So let me clear these guys out. Guys, the spawn area of Beyond Light, or not Beyond Light, but for the new DLC. Not God damn. For New Light, not Beyond Light. So this might be already a little bit familiar to you guys. That's where you would go right here. This is where the original ship was, right here. Then we're gonna go over this way to where you guys fought the tank for the first time. This is all based off of the very first mission in D1. So it's not entirely new. How the fuck? So we're gonna head on over to Skyloft, if I believe it's named correctly. The Moth Yards. No, that was the name of it. God, this place brings back so many old memories. Like, seriously. With the new location and our more aggressive attack on the darkness, we will be gaining the power to wield the darkness against itself. It's like fighting fire with fire, except fire makes light, and light isn't dark, and dark isn't light, and I don't know where I'm going with this. Can we just get to the next segment already? Now, according to more leaks from Wish You Luck, as well as the trailers from Bungie, the Stasis Supers will be 2 parts. Freeze and then damage. The Warlock will be an arc staff. Wait, why does that sound familiar?
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Huh. Anyways, it's an arc staff that does a stasis freeze or slow effect in front like a Stormcaller, and then they can blink like a Nova Warp into targets for more damage and destruction. The Titan Behemoth class pretty much looks like a typical Titan smash, which, as a Titan main, I appreciate. It's a classic and, well, Titan go smash. Easy clap. They can also sacrifice their class ability for a guarding effect that will provide a 60% damage resistance. However, they will not be able to double jump during this instance. Now, just between you and me, that sounds OP as hell. Imagine sniping with that or doing DPS on a boss that's hard focusing you. If used right, it could be an absolute game changer. The Hunter will be much like the Blade Barrage, where they will toss 2 axes that freeze targets and create a tornado effect for massive damage. This one will be interesting to see. And come on, throwing axes powered by darkness? Come on, that's edgy as fuck, and I love that shit. Come to think of it, the whole darkness power thing is edgy. Oh, hell yeah! The game will also be undertaking a massive amount of changes as far as the game files go. Now, the game has been out since September of 2017 and has gone an insane amount of patches and hotfixes and DLC changes in that time frame. With that, naturally comes a number of unused files and dead content, such as assets in the base game that were replaced and never brought back. Bungie has gone through all of it and removed it, decreasing the install time by 30 to 40%, bringing the game size down to somewhere between 59 and 71 gigs, depending on how big the game plus the DLC will be. Now, because of this, unfortunately, you're gonna have to reinstall the entire game.
Haha! Joke's on you! I already uninstalled the game!
What? Joke's on you! I don't have anything for this. Please come back. I miss you. You left for cooked milk and cookies 20 years ago. Please! Fear not though, for those of you still wanting to play the game, Bungie is planning to enable preloads for Beyond Light in the evening of November 9th. This gives everyone approximately 10 hours to download the game before the floodgates open. I know I'll be there, and I'll be streaming my full reaction to the new content with a couple of friends of mine over on Twitch. They're also relighting various areas of the EDZ as well as Nessus, as well as doing a little touch up on how our Guardians' faces look. The biggest thing though is that they are making changes to the mission scripting model. Instead of running on the mission host, it will be running on the physics host now, giving the scripting environment full access to the game state compared to the small window of access the mission host had. This means potentially more interactive and immersive missions and activities compared to what we have now, so it's pretty much less pew pew, more doo doo. That sounded... You know what? I said what I said. I ain't taking it back. Screw it. We're doing this live. Now, for those of you that don't understand what that meant, what I meant by less pew pew, more doo doo, think about it this way. There's two different engines that the scripting engine had, or that I'm trying to explain it best as I can. One engine only had access to what the enemies were supposed to be doing, where they were supposed to be going, what they were supposed to be doing, whether they were supposed to go to a certain point or whether they were just there to kill Guardians. The other one knows how many people were in that squad, what they were trying to accomplish, and what their last actions were. That latter one is what we're moving to. So that's going to create a better opportunity to have a more defined world that we will be interacting with. Enemies won't just be coming from point A to point B or just trying to shoot us. It'll have more access to be able to do more interesting things. I don't know what those are going to be yet, but knowing Bungie, it's going to be interesting. Beyond Light will only show the foundation of this new system and will only continue to grow. There's a little more information in my TWA breakdown, which will be located in the top right hand corner of your screen right now. So go check it out for some more in-depth action and explanation. Now, for the big topic, the new raid, Deep Stone Crypt, and what this new raid will include. For those of you who have been in the community for long enough, you know that Bungie's raid team keeps all the juicy information locked tighter than my mama in her room when her soap operas were on. I've known that woman for over 20 years. She never missed a day. You better not come talk to her when her show is on, or the whole house would burn in hell. Moral of the story, don't piss off occasion, mama. Bad idea. Trust me, I learned from experience. However, there is a deep amount of lore that we can draw from the name alone, as well as some speculation over on the ever-popular subreddit Raid Secrets. If you haven't gone there yet, I highly recommend it. It is an immeasurable amount of knowledge and talent in one location, and I cannot stress this enough. If you're interested in learning more about the game or secrets or anything, you need to go there. That is your one stop to everything. Now, the Deep Stone Crypt, according to various lore entries, is a tower where the first Exo were born, and thought to be run by Clovis Bray, which we now know was run on Europa. As we can see, the Clovis Bray has clearly got a presence on Europa in the appearance of the strange Exo, which is rumored to be Elsie Bray, Anna Bray's adoptive sister. The first mention on D2 of the Deep Stone Crypt, to my knowledge at this time, is in the final mission of the Ace of Spades questline, where you are gathering various letters that Cade addressed to his companions and friends, ultimately culminating in a heartfelt letter for us. There's also a mention of the Deep Stone Crypt back in the D1 Grimoire, but that's a video for another day. Cade made a letter specifically for the Deep Stone Crypt, and it wasn't exactly a, "Hey, how you doing? How's your mom?" kind of letter. More of a, "You better watch your back" letter. Have a listen.
This one's for the minds behind the Deep Stone Crypt. You think just 'cause you made me, you can unmake me? Hey, I understand. I were you, I wouldn't want people knowing what I did either. Guess you better hope I didn't tell anyone about the crypt. Or about the, what was it? Oh yeah, long, slow whisper. 'Cause if I did, that would be real bad for you, huh? I may be dead, but I guarantee you ain't heard the last of me.
Now, Cade obviously knows a lot about the DSC, or Deep Stone Crypt, and he hints that the Deep Stone Crypt has been doing some pretty shady stuff in the background. He also says something about the long, slow whisper, and that if people knew about it, it would be really bad for them. Now, I mentioned Elsie Bray earlier, as she's a prominent character in Beyond Light as far as we can tell, and from research by numerous members of the community, foremost a YouTuber by the name of Mylan Games, who did a fantastic video on the whole long, slow whisper subject. I highly recommend it. Check it out. It's going to be in the description down below. Highly recommend checking it out. That was so informative. The long, slow whisper is thought to be the protocol for wiping an Exo's mind clean of memories prior to a reboot, prior to the next iteration of that Exo. Elsie Bray was believed to be exposed to this protocol after suddenly disappearing from the Clovis Bray Foundation and deleting all of her research. Perhaps she discovered something that her father and the company were up to, so she deleted all of her research and hid her newly designed weapon Worldline Zero, which we get in the Warmind expansion. Now, could this discovery of hers relate to the Deep Stone Crypt? A common movie trope is that when the good guy discovers the bad guy's plot, the bad guy will capture them and subject them to something related to their big evil plot as a way of demoralizing and trying to break the hero. Could this have been what Clovis Bray did to his daughter after she disappeared, quote unquote? If so, will we see this terrifying discovery in the new raid? Now, another theory that is related to the fact that not only will this campaign, but the raid will be Fallen related, dealing with the tale of Eramis, the Kell of Darkness. I'll be making a video on her very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's just set with this. Eris is the Kell of the House of Darkness, a new fallen house that uses the darkness as a means to destroy the Guardians and the last safe city. Originally of the House of Devils, Eramis escaped from the Prison of Elders and failed in the attempt to raid the Cryptarch's vault to take Outbreak Perfected for herself, presumably to aid in reviving the Devil Splicers, which were fallen, perfected by Siva, and not seen since the Rise of Iron and the Siva Crisis. After this, in her desperation, she broke a major fallen taboo and ventured to the frozen wastelands of Europa, now contained by darkness, and gained the power of darkness in the form of stasis. Eramis is the first in a new breed of fallen, dedicated to destroying the Guardians and the Traveler by using the powers of the same enemy that destroyed her homelands. Not only do we know that Eramis will be the main antagonist of Beyond Light, but there's also a theory that Eramis will be attempting to raid the Deep Stone Crypt in an attempt to become an Exo, as the Fallen revere machines as gods. Either we're getting a clean-cut fight against a fully stasis-powered Kell, which would be awesome, by the way, or Eramis will find a way to become an Exo, becoming her own personal god in the process, while still retaining the power of stasis. Either way, we're in for a wild ride. I'm just saying this. Bungie has also confirmed that the raid will have a ghost shell as an exclusive reward from the raid, as seen in this segment from one of the past TWABs posted on September 17th. Ghosts are also getting a massive rework, enabling us to pick and choose how our ghosts boost our experience, whether it be XP through strikes or crucible, or enabling a better chance to have resources drop in ways that are more beneficial to us. It's a lot coming in, and it's
Blowing my mind, guys! Oh my god!
Now, with all of that out of the way, we have finally uncovered everything major that is coming to Destiny 2 in Beyond Light. From everything that I've seen, Beyond Light is set to revolutionize the way that we play Destiny, and I'm excited as hell for it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Again, I invite you to check out the Twitch channel where I stream Destiny as well as other variety games and have fun and just derp around with the community. Thanks as always for watching, y'all. I love your faces, I love your butts, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love, peace out, and bye!